Hi guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to show you how to install and which is the correct vertical stand, the official one for the PlayStation Pro and also for the new PS4 Slim. So I don't have the PS Slim, I have the old PS4, then I switched to the PS4 Pro, and I was a little bit confused when I went about to buy a vertical stand for the PS4 Pro, because actually this product, which sometimes you get listed as the PS4 vertical stand, works for both models, for both the new models. So the 2000 series is the PS4 Slim, while the 7000 series is the PlayStation Pro. So if you get this on Amazon, wherever you buy it, it's the right one. I think it refers to the D chassis, is the new chassis for the PlayStation. So when you open the box, alright, so let's do the unboxing for this one. You are presented with a cardboard box containing the instructions. They're really simple. Then if you open here, you have these two adapters, which I will show you how they must be installed on your PlayStation, and the vertical stand itself. Let me put this down, and then inside its plastic wrap you have the actual vertical stand. There you go. So I would say that aesthetically it is really nice, because it's this like smoked color plastic, really subtle, so you won't even notice that the vertical stand is there. If you compare this one, for example, with the old PlayStation 4 vertical stand, which I will show you in a minute, it's a different design. So this one is, I would say, much more subtle. Then inside this part you have to fit the adapter, which is different depending on your PlayStation model. So I will show you in a second how to install the vertical stand on your PlayStation 4 Pro. So before actually showing you how to install the new vertical stand, I wanted to show you the old one. So here I have my old PlayStation 4, and man, this has seen some gaming hours. And so the old vertical stand, which I recommend, by the way, I always keep my PlayStations from the PS2 vertical, because they save space and I honestly really like them with the old black monolith design, as the PlayStation 2 was nicknamed when it came out back in the 2000s. So I really recommend that you always get the official vertical stand if you think about keeping your console vertically placed, for two reasons. Well, as you have seen, probably I have cats, and if you have pets, they will surely get around your PlayStation. And although the PlayStation itself can be balanced without any vertical stand, the balance is not so stable. Then, as a second and probably more important note, there is some, actually, if you think also about the old PlayStation, there is some cooling. There are some cooling vents even on the lower side. For example, take the PlayStation Pro. This is the lower side, and here you have this plastic grid, which acts as either, I don't know if it's an inlet or outlet, but it's an air intake or outlet. So you don't want to stop the flow by placing the PlayStation directly onto something, on your tables, then whatever. So I highly recommend the original products. They are usually cheap. I think this one is about 10 12-ish dollars, so maybe $12, and this one was roughly the same, so it's not a huge expense. They are aesthetically nice, and so I will just remove the old one to show you the difference. So just here, look at my old PlayStation. You can see that there's some dust. I keep it quite clean, so I usually clean it completely twice per year. But you can see that there's definitely some airflow here because there is dust gathered around the holes in the plastic. And if you look at the stand, it's just not a simple piece of plastic. Here, I don't know if you can see them on the camera because they are really in the recess. There are some holes, and the air can be either sucked or pulled out through this vent here on the stand. So I highly recommend that you don't use anything else if not the original stand for the PlayStation 4. And for the PlayStation 4 Pro, while it is much more simple because it just keeps the whole console raised from whatever you're putting your console onto. But I mean, the size, the aesthetics are just done specifically for your console, so I would just spend the extra $10 on a vertical stand, honestly. So as you can see, the comparison between the old and the new vertical stand, this one is bulkier, I would say, so it's thicker. It was black plastic, so glossy, as the top of the original PlayStation 4, and had this locking mechanism, which just basically turns these rubber plugs inside the holes for the PlayStation and locks the vertical stand in place. And so probably this one was heavier, nicer from a certain point of view, because you have this glossy plastic. It's a complement to the PlayStation 4 aesthetics, the original one. While this one, it has a really nice plastic, transparent, so it's much more. I would say you probably, if you put your PlayStation 4 Pro onto a dark surface, you will probably won't even notice this one. So this is just really a simpler version, which just acts as a support, no more than that. I would say that this one was slightly more complementary to the console itself, while this one is no more than a plastic support with just some nice coloring. Okay, so now I will show you how to install the new stand on your PlayStation 4 Pro. Okay, so to actually install the vertical stand on your PlayStation 4 Slim or Pro, you will also need the mounting screw, which is inserted inside the cardboard support for everything inside the vertical stand box. So there's only one which goes into the vertical stand. So when you have your proper attachment, your vertical stand and your mounting screw, what you need to do is you turn the PlayStation 4 Pro upside down, and the PlayStation symbols on the fitment for the vertical stand act as reference pins, especially the square symbol as a groove which goes inside the corresponding hole on the underneath of your PlayStation, and the circle symbol is actually has a hole which is the guide for the mounting screw. So when you snap this in the correct position, you will see that it is flush with the console and you will feel it snapping into place. I hope that you can see it through the camera. Then when you have placed the fitment in the right position, you have to keep, sorry if I'm not able to show you everything correctly, but you have to keep your console in the vertical position and match the mounting screw hole with the right position depending on which console you are installing the vertical stand on. So for example, on my PlayStation Pro, this is the final position. To actually be able to install the screw, you will have to keep everything in vertical position, which will help you keeping everything in place, and then you should be able to start screwing in the mounting screw with the either a screwdriver, or I'm just using a coin since it is a really big screw. Okay, so Now I will finish tightening the screw later, but I just want to show you the proper installation. So just remind to keep everything perfectly vertical, as the gravity itself will help you a lot in keeping everything in the right position before you actually tighten the screw. You don't need a lot of torque on this screw, so a coin is perfectly fine, or just a big screwdriver. Don't use too much torque. It's just a reference screw, not something which holds everything in place. And there you go, so you're done. Once you tighten this one, everything is done. So done, everything is in place, and as you can see now we have our vertical stand, really nice, installed on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Really subtle and elegant, I would say. Compared to the old one, is really smaller, lighter, and you will notice its presence way less. Okay, so hope this video was helpful in installing your own vertical stand, and see you next time. So subscribe for more, and leave anything comes into your mind in the comments. If I can help you with vertical stand installation or any other hardware issue, I will be happy to make another video for you. Bye guys, thanks for watching.